Hey there, I'm Kat, and this is Brews and Reviews. Today I'm going to be running through a really quick TBR video for the Winter Mixtape Readathon. This round of the Readathon is hosted by Literary Diversions, Jean's Thoughts and Amy Talks Books. It runs from the 15th until the 29th of January, and I'm filming this on the 15th of January because I forgot that the 15th of January was a Sunday. Tell me why it's ingrained in my head that readathons start on Mondays, because why is that even a thing? Everybody loves reading on a Sunday, why not start readathons on a Sunday? I just... many thoughts. Anyway. So this readathon has prompts that are based on songs, and this readathon has a bingo board with 5 reading prompts and 4 self-care prompts, which I really love, because it's just nice to have self-care prompts in things. I really, really love when people promote self-care with each other. So let's talk about what I'm going to be reading for this readathon. Now, if you happen to have seen my TBR for the past and future readathon earlier on this month, then you might notice that some of these are the same books. They're all the same books. So I basically saved up some of these books because they also matched the prompts. And yeah, we'll just go quickly into this good night talking about the books. Anyway, so the first prompt is to read a new to you author, and for that one I'm going to be reading Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldair. I have been so excited to read this book. I have honestly really struggled putting this off until now, because I wanted it to be the first read that I read this year, and then I was like, no, wait, hold up for the readathon, so that is what I'm doing. And I'm probably going to start reading this one this evening, as soon as I can. All that I know about this book is it's a cozy, low-stakes fantasy about fantasy creatures opening up a coffee shop and people not knowing what coffee is, and, you know, there's a sapphic romance in it. I'm just really here for it. Everyone says it's great, and I just finally need to read it. The next prompt is to read a book that has the setting as a major point in the plot, and for that one I'm going to be reading Legend by David Gemmell. Now, the reason the setting is so important in this book is that it is a siege book, and the book is about an invasion force trying to get through the only place in this mountain pass, and that is Dros Delnok, which is a fort that has 6 walls, and each wall has a different meaning, and like depending on how the people who are defending it will feel when they're on that wall. So like the first wall means strength, and then the second wall, I can't remember, I feel like it's like sorrow or something like that, because obviously they've lost the first wall and they've had to move back to the second wall. And I just think that Dros Delnok is such a huge part of this book. It's so visually present in the book, and I just really feel like it fits this prompt so perfectly that I couldn't not read it. Also, can't wait to cry! So many tears will be had reading this book, as they are every time. But it's so good though. The next reading prompt is a free choice, so you can read whatever you want, and honestly I don't know what I'm going to read for this. We'll just read whatever I want at the time. Who knows? Prompt number 4 is to read an indie self-published or small press book, and for that one I'm going to be reading A Vow of Love and Vengeance by LP Lovell, because I have been putting this one off, and it is a Kindle Unlimited self-published book, and can't wait to read it. When I get into these characters again, I remember really enjoying it, and it left it on such a cliffhanger in the first book, so I just need to know what happens, and I know I'm going to really enjoy it when I finally pick it up, but I just keep not picking it up, so I really need to do that. This one is a mafia romance, forced marriage. Is it forced marriage? I think they get married. They're in a relationship that's sort of more of convenience for their families rather than for them. But I really like them, there's a lot going on, and I just need to pick this book up. And then the last reading prompt is to revisit an author or a book, and for that one I'm going to do both, and revisit David Gemmell with King Beyond the Gate. This is the second book in the Jedi Saga, to be read directly after Legend, and this one makes me cry too. Really liked it. Very much enjoy this book. It's set 100 years after the events of Legend, with some characters who are related to characters in the first book, and this one makes me cry too. No one's surprised. no one is surprised that David Gemmell makes me cry. Really great fantasy books, and this one has some really scary creatures and like genetic experiments on people. That is really interesting when you're against like regular normal people, and then you've got people who are spliced with jaguars and bears and stuff coming after you. It's not a fun time for the regular people. So yeah, it's a great book though. There is some really interesting stuff in this one, and I can't wait to reread it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the self-care prompts. I feel like I'm going to sort of designate what I'm going to do for those depending on my self-care needs at the time. I don't know. Probably a lot of coffee drinking will happen, which is probably a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, but I feel like I can't not drink coffee whilst reading Legends and Lattes because it's about coffee and it's kind of my thing, so coffee. So there we have it. Those are the books that I'm going to be reading for the Winter Mixtape Readathon. None of you are surprised, I'd imagine, because I've definitely already talked about these books. But I'm just kind of hoping that if I'm doing it for 2 readathons, and I definitely have to read all of them, and I can't put them off. That is the hope. Just maybe, like, prod me a bit. Like, damn. I'd love that. That would be great. Thanks. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!